Before we get into things, I'm going to tell you a little bit about who I am and why I'm going to be showing you the world of survival. Now, I was a support worker for 7 years. That to me means 7 years of intense practice, study, and observation of human behavior. Now, you name it, I did it. I worked with thousands of people across hundreds of different places. I worked with offenders, I worked with the young, I worked with the elderly and the physically disabled. I had a very, very well-rounded experience. Some things were disastrous, some things were wonderful, and other things were horrifying. Now, that combined with my research into history, particularly World War II or some aspects of American history, for example, gives me an indication of where we were as a species, and as a result of where we are headed. Now, don't get me wrong. I believe that we as a species have the capability for good, the capability for change. And I do believe we have the capability for a universal goodness. You know, the fact that we can all live in peace and harmony together, in balance with the world. That to me that's a dream. That's a heaven. We can literally create heaven on earth. Do I believe that's going to happen? No, I don't have faith in it. I believe we have the capability, but I do not have faith that when push comes to shove, that is what is going to happen. Now, should I just put my hands up, resign myself to the fact that the world is at times a pretty grim place, and do nothing about it? No, absolutely not. Because if we all had that attitude, it surely would become that. I cannot sit idly by and allow that to be the case. Especially not for myself. I can't live like that. Now, it's my hope that introducing you to the world of survival, showing you the various survival elements at play, will give you a respect, an understanding of nature and the balance that can be found within. For example, if you were to go foraging, you should only pick between 10 to 25% of whatever edible plant is there, because if you maintain only taking that quantity, it still gives the plant a chance to recover and grow back, so that come the next time of year or the season at which that plant appears, it can bear fruit again. The same thing applies to hunting, for example. A lot of people nowadays, they'll go to the supermarket, they'll buy chicken, they'll buy eggs, they'll buy ham, but they did not have to take the life of what it is that they're going to be eating. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not a vegan. I have tried to be vegan. I have very, very much tried. However, I believe that balance can be found by eating meat ethically. So I will never eat eggs from caged hens. And you'll find that when you go out there, if you're ever put in a situation where you have to hunt to survive, you may find that when push comes to shove, you can't do it. Life is very, very precious, and I think what's happening is a resonation between our conscious mind picking up on the fact that not just an animal, there's another conscious being in front of us that feels, lives, and breathes, and that they are making the ultimate commitment to give their lives so that we may continue to live. Now, having a respect and an understanding for that helps you to achieve balance in life. It helps you to understand that, okay, maybe you should do more foraging as well as just a little bit of hunting so that you have to take less lives. Therefore, the ecosystem becomes a lot better and life becomes a lot more sustainable in the long run. Another example, burning dead fallen wood instead of living green wood. Burning deadfall means that you're taking something that is not serving a purpose off the ground. To cut a very long story short. Now, me taking you through these tips, these pieces of advice, is aimed, like I said, at showing you balance. It is my hope that if you take on the things that I'm telling you, if you take on how to live in balance and harmony with the world and really love and lose yourself in nature, and achieve that sense of heaven on earth. I hope and I pray that will be catching, and that you'll inspire others to do the same. And who knows? Maybe you can restore a little bit of faith in me, and maybe together we can actually achieve heaven on earth. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.